Okay, let's talk oil filters. Hello, friends, back again with another video. We are talking oil filters today. Now, we're not gonna go down oil filter road and talk about each and every oil filter that I have. We've already covered that. So, in the previous video, it may have been the one about air filters. And I alluded to the fact that the brands of air filters that I've been using over the past few years have updated their material quality, not only for their air filters, but for their oil filters. And with some brands, I didn't even know they sold oil filters as well as air filters. And that's what we're going to get into today. So we'll start off with what you see here. Supertech. Okay. So the last time I went to Walmart, I was looking for an oil filter. I saw Fram, I saw Mobil. I was actually trying to see if they had Purolator. Online, it says they sell Purolator, but in the store, I went to 2 different Walmarts in my area, and neither one of them had Purolator filters. Neither one of them had Wix filters. Like, dang. So if I have to go to a dedicated auto parts store, I'm going to pay more. Fine then. Fine. Okay. Let's do it. So while I'm perusing the automotive aisle in Walmart, I noticed Supertech has come out with another oil filter, a 20,000 mile oil filter. Like, man, is everybody getting in on this? So I thought about it. It's very inexpensive. It's less than $6. So it's not that expensive. And I questioned the integrity of the media strength. I just wasn't prepared to go that route. I just couldn't do it. So I remembered hearing online about a Fram Titanium. It figures. Couldn't find that one either. So I'm like, okay, these are supposed to be the leading brands. And they came out with a better version of all the filters that came before it, but I can't find them in Walmart. Been 2 different Walmarts, miles apart, miles and miles and miles apart, and I still can't find them. Fine, I just have to go to the auto parts store. It is what it is. So currently I have a Mobil 1 synthetic blend, some type of synthetic media filter in the Chevy. Now I did eventually find the Fram Titanium. Finally. Haven't used it yet, but I found it. So this last rip to the auto parts store was like, what can I compare it to? I know I'm using the Mobil. I want to use the Fram Titanium. I need one more filter. Purolator. Okay, so I'm going from Walmart to the parts store to another parts store. I'm comparing prices, comparing the media material, and I end up grabbing two from two different outlets. Well, one, as you know, as you can probably figure out, is the Purolator. I got the Purolator air filter box in the background, so you knew it had something to do with Purolator. And the other one is from MicroGuard. Yes, I mentioned MicroGuard in another video. MicroGuard was the first filter I used to replace the old filter when I got a chance to do tune-up on the Chevy. It picked up so much dirt. I didn't realize how much I didn't realize how dirty this thing could get. I know my gas mileage was suffering. I know the car was overheating, and it was doing some other crazy stuff. But over time, I started working with the engine, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. How can I make it better? How can I help you? Let me help you, is what I was asking the car. What do you need? How can I make your life better? And in so many non-verbal words, it told me. Flashing lights, ticking, tapping, sputtering at times, bogging down. Your car talks to you. It's got its own language, but if you listen and open your mind, you can understand what it's saying. The car runs a lot better. I still got a lot of work to do, but it runs a lot better than it has in the past. So with that, let's open up these filters and see what's inside. Alrighty then. So as you know, this is the Fram titanium filter. Still haven't used it. I'm waiting for a special occasion. Okay. It's got the little metal media divider, I like to call it. Fram, made in US. And I don't know if you can see, but it has a wire mesh inside, reinforced wire mesh, so that as it softens up, as it gets filled with oil and does its thing, it won't collapse, or won't collapse as fast. So if it doesn't collapse as fast, that means you'll be able to go longer between oil changes. And of course, I did research. I surfed the web, got on YouTube, and a lot of people are saying that if you're going to try something crazy like that, change your oil, not the filter. Now let me explain. When I say that, I'm not saying to not change your filter at all. But a lot of oils and oil filters are now claiming to be 20,000 miles. So what I've been hearing on the internet, on YouTube, is that some people have decided to prolong their oil filter. They're using the same oil filter twice. So instead of changing it every 5,000 miles, they're changing it every 10,000. Instead of 10,000, they're changing it every 15,000. Something like that. They're keeping the filter, but they're still following the same schedule for changing the oil. So you got a used filter, but you got fresh oil, which makes sense because The oil filter is rated for 20,000. What's the best way to test the strength of the oil filter? Leaving it in there for an extra 5-10,000 miles. And just change your oil and see what happens. Some people say they had good results. I've never done this test, but I'm looking forward to running this test on my own vehicle so we can see what it really do, what that filter do. So, next, Purolator 1. I picked this one up before, and I wasn't impressed with what I saw in the box and the reviews I saw, because it's not the filter that I actually wanted. But I'm going to compare it to another filter. Now, this is the Purolator 1, 10,000 miles. The new Purolator 1, as of last year, I believe is rated for 15,000 miles. And the new Boss is rated for 20,000 miles. But clearly, as you can see, that's not this. This is still the old Purolator 1. So I ended up taking it back, went and bought some other stuff. And a few weeks later, a few months later, I don't know. But anyway, I ended up going back and buying it. So let's see what it looked like. Whoa. Okay. It's not pink. Nothing special. Part number. Is this a China? Yeah, made in China. Okay. Pretty firm. Now this one does not have the wire mesh inside. No wires, just plastic. But if it's hard plastic, that may hear what's going on. Now, for the new kid on the block, MicroGuard Select. They actually had 2 MicroGuard oil filters, but I didn't want the cheap one, the 5,000 one, so I got the 10,000 mile protection. Extended life. Reinforced center tube, original form, fit, and function, built to withstand extreme operating conditions. High quality plastic. High quality plastic. Specifically formed to seal the oil system. And it's got a picture. Ooh. So instead of them using a wire mesh, they're saying that they've reinforced the plastic to be sturdier so that the media won't collapse, or won't collapse as quick. Made in Vietnam. So we got one made in Vietnam, one made in China. Let's see, what did this one say it was made in? And one made in the United States. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Well, if I got enough time, we might be able. Yeah. I'm going to try to change out one of these filters as soon as I can find my wrench. I'm going to try to change one of these filters right now so we can see what that other filter look like. All right. So I decided to go with the MicroGuard from Vietnam. Let's see how this one. Fresh out of the engine. Oil everywhere. And this was rated at 20,000 miles. Now, according to the counter on on the dashboard, I still got time. I like at no, not 20. I'm at 50%. So I'm not understanding how this thing would go even longer, but I'm gonna leave the oil in there. I'm not changing the oil today. I'm just changing the filter. So let's get something to put this in. I got a towel right here. Man, that's a lot of oil. That's a lot of oil. Okay. It's dripping a little bit. So, crap. Okay. They say you should never reuse the old seal, always change the seal. So this is the seal. Brand new out the box. Put that on there. There we go. I'm looking down in there and that oil is pretty dirty. Matter of fact, it looks like it got a little water in there. Oops. Sorry, my bag. I put it in there wrong. Always make sure you put the filter in the correct way. One thing I do like about this one is that whoever worked on the car before, they painted the edge of the filter lid so that you know where to stop it. So I'm gonna button this up and we get back in the shop. Alrighty then. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? This is the Mobil 1 filter. Feels heavy, so it probably soaked in a lot of contaminants, a lot of dirt. Okay, let's see if we can get this bad boy open. Okay. Trying not to splash oil in it. It's still wet. Like I said, this is fresh out of the motor. Yeah, buddy. Fresh out of the motor. Well, the paper filter, the paper media, is about the same as any other one, with the exception that it's got synthetic properties to it. I'm no engineer, but I don't see any reinforcements like the wire mesh. And as you can see, it started to collapse, but it didn't. It held. So that's good. I'm assuming because of the plastic, just like with the micro guard that I just put in there. I think what happened was, instead of them going with a wire backing, they strengthened the plastic. They made the plastic a little more capable, a little harder. So with a stronger plastic, this won't collapse as fast, which means it'll filter more dirt. However, I'm still not sure I would want to go a whole 20,000 miles with just a paper filter, even if it did have a synthetic blend or whatever they want to use on it. Now, they did say, where's the box? They did say that you could use this filter with full synthetic blends, high mileage, and conventional oils. So, this video is pretty much done. I will make a short video on what happens after I put the filter in. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, enjoy your day. I'll see you out on the road.